1. Craig Neat 45.2. Eric Omlin 15.1. Ian 18.4. Chris Orlando 22.3. Jay Sturdy Money. Ian 18.5. Chris Orlando 28.8. Craig Neat 25 flat. Jay Sturdy Money Deck 29 flat. Chris Orlando 17.1. Ian 18.4. Craig Neat 24.7. Jay Sturdy Money Deck 39.6. Chris Orlando 28.6. Craig Neat 20.7. Ian 32.1. Chris Orlando 26.5. Craig Neat 31 flat. Ian 32 flat. Jay Sturdy Money Deck 46.7. Chris Orlando 26.3. Ian 17.1. Craig Neat 35 flat. Jay Sturdy Money Deck 25.7. Ian 17.6. Chris Orlando 22.7. Ian 18.2. Craig Neat 24.8. Jay Sturdy Money Deck 29.2. Chris Orlando 23 flat. Ian 17 flat. Chris Orlando 20 flat. Jay Sturdy Money Deck 22.4. Craig Neat 28.4. Ian 16.5. Jay Sturdy Money Deck 21.3. Ian 19.3. Craig Neat 32.9. Ian 17 flat. Craig Neat 23.1. Jay Sturdy Money Deck 37.2. Ian 30.3. Jay Sturdy Money Deck 25.4. Ian 17.3. Ian 17.7. J Sturdy Money Deck 22.6. Craig Neat 50.4. Ian 16.8. Craig Neat 26.8. Ian 20.3. Craig Neat 24.9. Ian 17.9. Ian 19.4. Craig Neat 22.4. Ian 17.1. Craig Neat 23.5. Ian 16.5. Craig Neat 19.2. Ian 17.3.
Last call for sign-up slips. Last call.
Craig Neat 22.4. Ian 18 flat. Craig Neat 19.8. Ian 17.5. Craig Neat 18.1. Ian 18 flat. Ian 27.6. Craig Neat 32.5. Ian 21.9. Craig Neat 20.6. Craig Neat 102.8. Ian 107.1. Craig Neat 201 flat. El Dente. Chris Orlando. El Dente 14-8. El Dente 15-3. Jesse Goodyear. Chris Orlando 24.2. El Dente 15-1. Jesse Goodyear 14-3. El Dente 15-5. Jesse Goodyear 15-5. El Dente 16-6. Jesse Goodyear 16-7. El Dente 15-3. Jesse Goodyear 15-2. El Dente 17-5. Jesse Goodyear 18 flat. El Dente 14-6. El Dente 14-8. Jesse Goodyear 121.1. El Dente 52.6. El Dente 32.9. Jesse Goodyear 33.4. El Dente 14-6. Jesse Goodyear 14-9. Jesse Goodyear 14-8. El Dente 15-6. Jesse Goodyear 18-8. El Dente 18-7. Jesse Goodyear 14.5. El Dente 15.1. El Dente 16.4. Jesse Goodyear 17.6. El Dente 15.6. Jesse Goodyear 15.7. Chris Orlando 451.9. El Dente 14.4. Jesse Goodyear 14.8. El Dente 15.1. Jesse Goodyear 14.7. Nate Farber. Jesse Goodyear 14.4. El Dente 15.4. Nate Farber 25.4. Nate Farber 24.8. Nate Farber 23.3. Chris Orlando 158.6. Nate Farber 23.7. Nate Farber 27.6. Chris Orlando 42.1. Nate Farber 21.4. Chris Orlando 36.2. Nate Farber 27.3. Nate Farber 23.2. Chris Orlando 38 flat. Chris Orlando 123.7. Chris Orlando 44.2.
All right, first round in slash juniors. You got about 5 minutes. You get started in 5 minutes.
Chris Orlando 24.4.
Slash Juniors. Let's put them on the track. Two-wheel buggy, A main. You there? All right. Let's take your time, learn the track layout. Cora.
Slash from the back. I need the extra slash from the back.
What are you asking me about? Wasn't Dimitri working on that with you?
Yeah, but he outside. And I need to.
You know where it's at? All right, bring him to the straightaway. Oh boy. All right. On the tone, Alex. Will you worry about the race and not the TVs, Jason? You don't have eyes in the back of your head. On the tone, Alex. Das Boot, Nate, and Jace.
First. First. Fourth.
You hit the flapper, Jace. Hotline.
After 45 seconds, the top drivers are Jay's Dirty Money Deck, with a 15-lap 5:13.3 pace with 1 lap, Nate Farber, with a 14-lap 5:08.4 pace with 1 lap, and Alexander Pasmar, with a 14-lap 5:12.9 pace with 1 lap. Third. First. Fourth. First. Second.
Stay in the groove, Jace. That's all.
Third.
There you go.
Fourth. First. After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Alexander Pasmar, with a 14-lap 5:01.5 pace with 4 laps, Nate Farber, with a 14-lap 5:05.4 pace with 3 laps, and Jay's Dirty Money Deck, with a 14-lap 5:08.4 pace with 3 laps. First. Third. Second. Fourth. Third. First. First. After 2 minutes 15 seconds, the top drivers are Alexander Pasmar, with a 14-lap 5:05.8 pace with 6 laps, Jay Sturdy Money Deck, with a 14-lap 5:08.6 pace with 5 laps, and Nate Barber, with a 14-lap 5:12.1 pace with 5 laps. Third. Fourth. First. Second. Fourth. First. Two minutes left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Alexander Pasmar, with a 14-lap 5:01.1 pace with 8 laps, Jay Sturdy Money Deck, with a 14-lap 5:10.2 pace with 7 laps, and Nate Barber, with a 14-lap 5:11.4 pace with 7 laps. Second. First. Fourth. Second. Third. First. Fourth. Second. After 3 minutes 46 seconds, the top drivers are Alexander Pasmar, with a 15-lap 5:20.1 pace with 10 laps, Nate Barber, with a 14-lap 5:05.8 pace with 10 laps, and Jay Sturdy Money Deck, with a 14-lap 5:10.1 pace with 9 laps. Third. First. Second. Fourth. Third. First. Second. After 4 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Alexander Pasmar, with a 15-lap 5:18.2 pace with 12 laps, Nate Barber, with a 14-lap 5:04.5 pace with 12 laps, and Jay Sturdy Money Deck, with a 14-lap 5:13.1 pace with 11 laps. Fourth. Third. First. Second. Fourth. First.
That's the race. Keep going till I call your name.
Third.
Nobody's finished. Keep going till I call your name. You're still alive. Jace, keep
Second,
going.
Nate Barber done with
Nate,
a
you're
14-lap
done. Bring it
5:03 flag
in.
result.
You are finished. And
First,
Alex,
Alexander
you're
Pasmar
done.
done with a 15-lap 5:18.9 result. Fourth,
Das
Boot
Boot,
done
you're
with a
done.
12-lap
Looking for Jace.
5:21.2 result. All drivers are
And
finished.
Jace is
Jay
finished.
Sturdy Money Deck done with a 14-lap 5:22.9 result.
All right, we're not
The race
doing
is
that.
completed.
We don't do that no more. Yeah. It came. We're gonna need a few guest volunteer marshals. You're good. We're gonna see how you do. You could probably go with that orange bucket right there. Nate, before you run, look first.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the biggest thing. All right, I got everybody checked in. On the tone's going to be Jimmy. Marshall's ready. Driver's ready. On the tone, Jim Ramsey, Spaghetti, Ian, and Jesse Goodyear with the old. Oh boy. Yep, get that out the way.
First. Second. First. Fourth. Third. Second. Fourth. Second. After 45 seconds, the top drivers are Jimmy, with a 17 lap 5:11.7 pace with 2 laps, Ian, with a 17 lap 5:13.7 pace with 2 laps, and Jesse Goodyear, with a 16 lap 5:02.8 pace with 1 lap. Fifth. Third. First. Second. Fourth. Third. Second. Fifth. First. Fourth. Third. After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Ian, with a 17 lap 5:06.2 pace with 4 laps, Jimmy, with a 17 lap 5:10.6 pace with 4 laps, and Jesse Goodyear, with a 16 lap 5:0.6 pace with 4 laps. Fifth. First. Third. Fourth. Second. First. Third. Fifth. Fourth. Second. First. Third. After 2 minutes 15 seconds, the top drivers are Ian, with a 17 lap 5:04.2 pace with 7 laps, Jesse Goodyear, with a 16 lap 5:03.6 pace with 6 laps, and Jimmy, with a 16 lap 5:05.2 pace with 7 laps. Fifth. Fourth.
Stay inside.
Second. First. Third. Fifth.
Before you run out, look, you
Fourth.
can just stay. Yeah, you could have just stayed out. You're doing good.
First.
2:10 remaining. Ian up top.
Second.
Jesse to number 2.
Fourth.
Jimmy. Jimmy and Jesse
Third.
swapping all over the board.
2 minutes left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Ian, with a 17 lap 5:03.7 pace with 9 laps, Jimmy, with a 16 lap 5:04.2 pace with 9 laps, and Jim Ramsey, with a 16 lap 5:08.7 pace with 9 laps. First, second, fourth, fifth, third. First, second, fourth, fifth, third. First, second. After 3 minutes 46 seconds, the top drivers are Ian, with a 17 lap 5:0.9 pace with 12 laps, Jimmy, with a 17 lap 5:18.6 pace with 12 laps, and Jim Ramsey, with the 16 lap 5:04.8 pace with 11 laps. Fourth, fifth, third, first, second, fourth, third, fifth, first,
35 seconds.
second, fifth. After 4 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Ian, with a 17 lap 5:0.5 pace with 14 laps, Jimmy, with a 16 lap 5:01.6 pace with 14 laps, and Jim Ramsey, with a 16 lap 5:01.9 pace with 13 laps. Third, fourth, second, first, third, fifth, fourth. Second,
Keep going until I call your name. Everybody's still live.
first Ian Dunn with a 17 lap 5:0.3 result. Fourth, fifth Spaghetti Dunn with a 15 lap 5:06.4 result.
Ian and Spaghetti are done.
Third Jim Ramsey Dunn with a 16 lap 5:13.2 result. Second Jimmy Dunn with a 17 lap 5:17.7 result. All drivers are finished. Fourth Jesse Goodyear Dunn with a 16 lap 5:17.9 result.
right, everybody's checked in.
The race is completed.
This damn computer keeps taking forever. All right, everybody, do one more warm-up lap, bring it around. All right, I still don't have Eric, Chris, David, or Rich checked in. Now everybody's checked in. All right. On the turn is going to be Eric. Driver's ready, Marshall's ready. El Dente. Chris. David. Craig. And Rich.
First. Third. Second. Fifth. Fourth. After 45 seconds, the top drivers are Chris Orlando, with a 17-lap 5:02.5 pace with 1 lap, Rich Deck, with a 17-lap 5:06.4 pace with 1 lap, and Craig Neat, with a 16-lap 5:05.5 pace with 1 lap. Fifth. Third. First. Sixth. Fourth. Fifth. Second. First. Sixth. Sixth. Third. Second. First. Fifth. After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Rich Deck, with a 17-lap 5:08.6 pace with 4 laps, Craig Neat, with a 17-lap 5:09.6 pace with 4 laps, and El Dente, with a 16-lap 5:10.3 pace with 4 laps. Fourth. Third. First. Sixth. Second. Fifth.
When did you pull that out of the
Third. Fifth. First. Fourth. Third. Sixth.
2:40 remaining.
After 2 minutes
Rich
and
Deck
30
up
seconds,
top.
the top drivers are Rich Deck, with a 17-lap 5:10.9 pace with 6 laps,
El Dente, Craig Neat,
with
Chris,
a 16-lap
Eric,
5:04
and
flat
David.
pace with 6 laps, and Craig Neat, with a 16-lap 5:10.9 pace with 6 laps. Second. Fifth. First. Third. Sixth. Second. Fourth. Fifth. First.
Ah,
Third. Sixth. Second. First. Fourth. 2 minutes left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Rich Deck, with a 17-lap 5:10.6 pace with 9 laps, El Dente, with a 17-lap 5:18.7 pace with 9 laps, and Craig Neat, with a 16-lap 5:05.8 pace with 8 laps. Third. Sixth. Second. First. Third. Fifth. Third.
Minute 30
6.
left to go. Rich Deck up top, 17,509. Al Dente, 17,518. Craig Neat, 16,508.
First.
Eric, 16,508 for himself. .003 behind Craig. Chris, 15,520. David, 14,507.
Third. Fifth. Fifth.
Just the first
After
round.
3 minutes 46 seconds,
Got
the
another
top
one to
drivers
go.
are Rich Deck, with a 17-lap 509.5 pace with 11 laps, Al Dente, with a 17-lap 518.7 pace with 11 laps, and Craig Neat, with a 16-lap 506.5 pace with 11 laps. Second. First. Fourth. Third. Fifth. First. Second. Fourth.
Eric looking further around the outside pass, carrying all that momentum.
Fourth.
Josh leaving that inside open. Eric's going to take advantage of that. Down the straightaway they go. Eric goes a little wide. Drag race.
Second. Third. First. After 4 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Rich Deck, with a 17-lap 511.8 pace with 14 laps, Al Dente, with a 16-lap 501.2 pace with 14 laps, and Eric Omlin,
15 seconds
with a
remaining.
16-lap 505
Rich,
flat
El
pace with
Dente,
14
Eric,
laps.
Craig Neat, David, and Chris.
Fifth. Sixth. First. Second.
That time around, Craig
Fourth.
Neat's going to come out in front of Eric. Let's see what happens when they cross the line.
Third.
Turn's about to expire. Craig Neat's doing a barrel roll with that fresh body. No blue tape.
Fifth. First. Sixth. Second Al Dente done with a 16-lap 501.6 result.
You're still live, El
Fourth
Dente,
Eric
Eric,
Omlin
you
done
guys
with
are
a
finished.
16-lap 505.9
Rich, you're still
result.
live. Craig, David, Chris, you're still
Fourth
live.
Craig Neat done with a 16-lap
Craig Neat,
506
you're
flat
done.
result.
Looking for Rich, David, and Chris.
First Rich Deck done
Rich,
with a
you're
17-lap 510.2 result.
David, you're
David
done.
Maggio done with a 15-lap
And
516.7
Chris.
result. All drivers are finished.
All right, all
Sixth,
drivers
Chris
are
Orlando
finished. We're
done
going to
with
need
a
a few
14-lap
volunteer marshals to help out the
522.3
guys
result.
that are back-to-back for buggy.
The race is completed.
Everybody checked in. I need a couple marshals out on the track. Need a couple marshals, volunteers, guys that aren't running buggy. I need you on the track. Please and thank you. Grab our center bucket, and then we should be able to get going. All right, Craig Need on the tone, no pressure. No pressure, Craig. Come on, Craig. Everybody say let's go, Craig. On the tone. El Dente, Jimmy, Spaghetti, Ian, Rich Deck, Jesse Goodyear, and Eric. Great start. Keep her on the wheels. Oh.
First. Third.
Focus, Craig. Euro truck. Think it's a Euro truck.
Third. Second.
It's a Euro truck, but it jumps. Oh, it's working.
Seven. Fourth. Third. Seven. Second. First. Fifth. Sixth. Sixth. After 45 seconds, the top drivers are Jesse Goodyear, with a 21 lap 5:04 flat pace with 2 laps, Ian, with a 20 lap 5:01.4 pace with 2 laps, and Jimmy, with a 20 lap 5:03.4 pace, second, seventh, third, first, fourth, eighth, sixth,
Jesse Goodyear up top.
sixth,
All that training paid off. You do them changes, Jesse?
second, eighth, fourth, seventh, third, sixth,
1 and 2
second.
down the straight.
First, second, seventh.
Jesse still on a 21
After
5
1 minute 30
14.
seconds,
Rich
the top drivers are Jesse
25.02.
Goodyear, with a 21 lap 5:14 flat pace with 5 laps, Rich Deck, with a 20 lap 5:02.3 pace with 5 laps, and Ian, with a 20 lap 5:02.6 pace with 5 laps.
A statement.
Second,
Oh, now we got too much
Third.
tire sauce.
first, second, fifth, seventh, eighth, second, sixth, fourth, sixth, eighth, second, fifth, first, third, fourth, eighth.
Oh wow, Ian, that was super
After
skillful.
2 minutes 16 seconds, the top drivers are Ian, with a
Between the
21 lap
legs.
5:11.3 pace with 8 laps, Jimmy, with a 21 lap 5:12.1 pace with 8 laps, and Rich Deck, with a 21 lap 5:14.3 pace with 8 laps. 6th, 7th, 1st, 5th, 4th, 2nd, 8th, 6th, 7th, 1st, 5th, 4th, 2nd, 3rd, 6th, 7th, 1st, 4th, 8th, 2nd, 6th, 4th. 2 minutes left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Ian, with a 21 lap 5:10.9 pace with 11 laps, Jesse Goodyear, with a 21 lap 5:11.5 pace with 11 laps, and Jimmy, with a 20 lap 5:03.8 pace with 11 laps. 7th, 3rd, 5th, 8th, 2nd, 4th, 3rd, 6th, 2nd, 7th, 5th, 1st, 3rd, 4th, 6th, 8th, 2nd, 5th, 7th, 4th, 5th, 4th, 8th. After 3 minutes 46 seconds, the top drivers are Jesse Goodyear, with a 21 lap 5:12.5 pace with 13 laps, Jimmy, with a 21 lap 5:13.4 pace with 14 laps, and Ian, with a 20 lap 5:03.4 pace with 14 laps. 2nd, 5th, 7th, 2nd, 6th, 5th, 3rd, 1st, 8th, 4th, 6th, 7th, 5th, 3rd, 8th, 1st, 6th, 6th, 2nd, fourth, seventh, third. After 4 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Jimmy, with a 21 lap 5:11 laps, Ian, with a 20 lap 5:03.1 pace with 17 laps, and Rich Deck, with a 20 lap 5:04.3 pace with 17 laps.
15 seconds
First,
remaining. Jimmy up top
fifth,
now. Ian.
eighth,
Man.
second, sixth, third, seventh, fifth, first, fourth, eighth, second, sixth, third, fifth, seventh, first, fourth. Second lap 5:01.5 result. 8th Spaghetti done with the 17 lap 5:03.6 result. 6th Derek Omlin done with the 19 lap 5:0.3 result. 3rd Rich Deck done with the 20 lap 5:03.8 result. 5th Craig Neat done with the 20 lap
Everybody finish.
5:13.3 result.
Jimmy gonna take the
7th El Dente done with
TQ for the
19
round
lap
one.
5:12.2 result.
Ian in the number 2
4th
spot.
Jesse Goodyear done
Rich
with the
in the
20
number
lap
3.
5:10.1
Jesse.
result.
We got a
All drivers are finished. First Jimmy done with the 21 lap 5:17.1 result. The race is completed.
All right, Slash Juniors got 5 minutes. You guys gonna be ready? Slash Juniors, get him on the track. Buggy, you guys are marshals. All right, on the tone. Nate. Nate. Jace. Das Boot.
First. First. Third. Fourth. Second. After 45 seconds, the top drivers are Nate Barber, with a 16-lap 5:10.5 pace with 1 lap, Alexander Pasmar, with a 15-lap 5:06.9 pace with 2 laps, and Jace Dirty Money Deck, with a 15-lap 5:16.3 pace with 1 lap. First. Third. Third. First. Second. Third. After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Nate Barber, with a 15-lap 5:01.3 pace with 3 laps, Alexander Pasmar, with a 14-lap 5:09 flat pace with 3 laps, and Das Boot, with a 12-lap 5:06.5 pace with 3 laps. Second. First. Fourth. First. Third. Second. First. After 2 minutes 15 seconds, the top drivers are Nate Farber with a 14-lap 501.9 pace with 6 laps, Alexander Pasmart with a 13-lap 501.1 pace with 5 laps, and Das Boot with a 12-lap 515.6 pace with 4 laps. Fourth, second, third, first, fourth, second, third, after 3 minutes, the top drivers are Nate Farber with a 14-lap 501.5 pace with 7 laps, Alexander Pasmart with a 13-lap 509.6 pace with 7 laps, and Das Boot with a 12-lap 519 flat pace with 6 laps. First, fourth, second, third, first, second, fourth, third. After 3 minutes fourth, the top drivers are Nate Farber with a 14-lap 513.3 pace with 9 laps, Alexander Pasmart with a 13-lap 508.2 pace with 9 laps, and Das Boot with a 12-lap 519.6 pace with 8 laps. 1 minute left. First, second, fourth, third, first, second, fourth, after 4 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Nate Farber with a 14-lap 515 flat pace with 11 laps, Alexander Pasmart with a 14-lap 522.8 pace with 11 laps, and Das Boot with a 12-lap 517.3 pace with 9 laps. First, second, third, fourth, first, second, third,
Keep going until I call your name. Keep going.
fourth. Jace
Back
30
to
on
live.
deck
Jace,
done
you're
with
done.
11-lap 502
Looking
flat
for Das
result.
Boot, Alex, and Nate.
Second,
Alex, you're
Alexander
done.
Pasmart done with a 14-lap
Nate, you're
512.8
done.
result.
Looking for
First,
fourth.
Nate Farber done with a 14-lap 509.6 result. All drivers are finished. Third, Das Boot done with a 12-lap 518.7 result. The race is completed.
Can't make stupid mistakes during that. Let's go.
Currently up, race number 2. Traxxas/12T and BL2S. Heat 1 of 2. Race order is: Car 1 Jim Ramsey, Car 2 Jesse Goodyear, Car 3 Spaghetti, Car 4 David Melchior, Car 5 Chris Orlando.
Yeah.
Buggy, it is the same package as cycling. You glue that just on the front tire.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still figuring out this tire situation. I wish we had enough four-wheel drives to run that.
I think it'll pick up soon.
Those are my favorite. I like racing on Friday nights.
Thursday night, you gonna beat all.
Silly right here that are just gonna fucking run 55 fucking laps around me while I'm trying to keep it between the lines.
All right, marshals, where you at? Volunteers from the. I need people on the track. Nate. Nate, where are you going? You need to go to this barn cone over here. Or over there. It don't matter. I need one more volunteer. Come on, guys. No Josh. At the cone. Yep. All right, Jim, on the tone. Nate, far side. On the tone, Jim. Jesse. Spaghetti. David. And Chris.
First, second, third, first.
Your leader with his lights on. You see him shine his lights on you. That's your leader. Let him
Second.
by. That's Chris.
Second,
Chris O, your leader, 17505.
third.
Looking to go
After
number 2
45
on the grid,
seconds,
up 9
the top
positions.
drivers
If
are
you
Chris
see
Orlando
lights, let him by,
with a
David.
17 lap 507.2 pace with 2 laps, Spaghetti with a
Don't get
17
in
lap
his way,
518.4
David.
pace with 2 laps, and David Melchior with a
You're not
16 lap
racing him. You're
503
racing the
flat
clock.
pace with 2
You holding
laps.
him up's holding you up
Fourth.
and him.
Third,
He's
fifth,
just going to catch you again. Let him by.
third.
There you go, Chris. It happens. One way or another.
First, second, fifth, first, fifth. After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Chris Orlando with a 16 lap 502.5 pace with 4 laps, Spaghetti with a 16 lap 504 flat pace with 4 laps, and Jesse Goodyear with a 16 lap 511.7 pace with 4 laps. First, third, fourth, first, fourth. Second, third, first, fourth, fifth.
Chris O's still your leader. You see flashing
After
lights
2
on you,
minutes
let him
16
by.
seconds,
Jesse.
the top drivers are Chris Orlando with a 17 lap 518.1 pace with 6 laps, Spaghetti
That's fair.
with
He
a
was
16 lap
pretty inside.
504.4 pace with 6 laps, and Jesse Goodyear with a 16 lap 511.4 pace with 6 laps. Second, first, third, fourth, fifth, second, second, third, fourth, fifth. First,
2 minutes left. Spaghetti now your leader. Chris
Second.
O, David,
2
Jesse,
minutes left.
Jim.
After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Spaghetti, with a 17-lap 5:16.2 pace with 9 laps, Chris Orlando, with a 16-lap 5:01.9 pace with 9 laps, and David Melchior, with a 16-lap 5:10.4 pace with 8 laps. Third, fifth, first, second, fourth, fifth, fifth, first, second, third, fourth. After 3 minutes 46 seconds, the top drivers are Spaghetti, with a 17-lap 5:15.5 pace with 11 laps, Chris Orlando, with a 17-lap 5:17.9 pace with 11 laps, and Jesse Goodyear, with a 16-lap 5:14.3 pace with 11 laps. First, fifth, second, third, fourth, fifth, first. Third, fourth, first, fifth, second. After 4 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Spaghetti, with a 17-lap 5:12.6 pace with 14 laps, Chris Orlando, with a 17-lap 5:15.2 pace with 14 laps,
David,
and Jesse
try to hit
Goodyear,
the down rate.
with a 16-lap 5:11.1 pace with 13 laps.
It's a little double. You're acting like there's a quad in the middle there.
First, fifth, third, fourth,
There we go.
second, first, fifth. David Melchior done with a 15-lap 5:01.9 result. Third. Jesse Goodyear done with a 16-lap 5:08.8 result. Fourth. Jim Ramsey done with a 16-lap 5:14 flat result. Second. Spaghetti done with a 17-lap 5:16 flat result. All
Everybody
drivers are
is finished. Chris going to
First,
take
Chris
the
Orlando
round.
done with
Going
a
up 8
17-lap
to number 3
5:15.4
overall.
result.
17.513. Spaghetti. 17.516. Up 5 to 4 overall.
The race is completed.
Drop them. Come right back out to Marshall, please. That was you, Jimmy. You got eyeballs too. You can't see orange, that's brown. All right, everybody's checked in. Marshall's in their spot. Ian on the tone. Rich, Jimmy, El Dente, Eric, and Craig.
First. Second. First. Fourth. Fifth. Second. Sixth. Third. Fourth. Second. After 45 seconds, the top drivers are in, with an 18-lap 5:14.4 pace with 2 laps, El Dente, with an 18-lap 5:15.5 pace with 2 laps, and Rich Deck, with a 17-lap 5:09.9 pace with 2 laps. First, fifth, third, sixth, second, fourth. First, fifth, third, sixth, second, fourth. First. After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are in, with a 18-lap 5:11.4 pace with 5 laps, El Dente, with a 18-lap 5:16.5 pace with 4 laps, and Rich Deck, with a 17-lap 5:02.7 pace with 4 laps. Fifth, third, second, fourth, sixth, first, third, second, sixth. First, fourth, sixth, third, second, fifth. After 2 minutes 16 seconds, the top drivers are in, with a 18-lap 5:13.2 pace with 7 laps, El Dente, with a 17-lap 5:0.5 pace with 7 laps, and Rich Deck, with a 17-lap 5:07.4 pace with 7 laps. First, fourth, sixth, second, third, fourth, first, sixth, fifth, second, fourth, third, first.
2 minutes remaining.
2 minutes left, sixth. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are in, with an 18-lap 5:14.1 pace with 10 laps, El Dente, with a 17-lap 5:03.3 pace with 9 laps, and Rich Deck, with a 17-lap 5:16.3 pace with 9 laps. Second, fourth, fifth, third,
140 remaining. Ian up
sixth,
top, 18.514. El
second,
Dente, 17.503. Rich, 17.514. Craig, 16.511. Jimmy, 15.503. And Eric,
first,
15.518.
sixth, second. After 3 minutes 47 seconds, the top drivers are in, with an 18-lap 5:14.9 pace with 12 laps, El Dente, with a 17-lap 5:03.7 pace with 12 laps, and Rich Deck, with a 17-lap 5:18.2 pace with 11 laps. Third, first, fourth, fifth, second, first, third, fourth, fifth,
You lower your rear a little bit, Josh. That truck should be a little bit more predictable. 35 seconds remaining.
second, first, third, fourth, sixth. After 4 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are in, with an 18-lap 5:15.9 pace with 15 laps, El Dente, with a 17-lap 5:11.2 pace with 14 laps, and Rich Deck, with a 17-lap 5:18.6 pace with
Ian,
14
are
laps.
those?
Fifth, first,
Yeah.
third,
No?
second,
Oh, wow.
fourth, sixth, fifth, first,
Everybody still has to
Derek
finish.
Conlon done with
Everybody still
15
has
lap
to
5,
finish.
0 flat result. First Ian done with the 18 lap 5, 14.7 result. Sixth Jimmy done with the 15 lap 5, 11.5 result. Third Rich Tech done with the 17
Need
lap
al
5,
dente to finish.
15.3 result. All drivers are finished. Third Craig Neat done with the 16 lap 5, 09.5 result.
All right.
Fourth El Dente done with the 16 lap 5, 23.5 result. The race is completed.
Jimmy, go get your card in if it's not moving. It'll fix it. All right, leftover marshals we have in the pits. Come on out to the track, please. People that aren't racing buggy, please come out onto the track. All right, bring them to the straight, bring them to the straight. Bring them to the straight. All right, Jimmy, on the tune. Marshals, where are you guys at? There's nobody sitting down in the pits. Where's Alex at? There's David. these guys popped up out of nowhere. Chris has been volunteer marshaling. I appreciate that. All right, on the turn, Jimmy. Ian, Rich, Jesse, Greg, Eric, El Dente, and Spaghetti.
First. Second.
Maybe stay in the
Second.
middle of the jump.
First.
People hitting the pipe in the middle of the track. Stay in the middle of the jump.
Fifth. Seventh. Seventh. Third. Fourth. Second. Sixth. Eighth. Second. Fifth. Sixth. Seventh. After 45 seconds, the top drivers are Rich Deck with a 22-lap 5:11.6 pace with 2 laps, Jimmy with a 21-lap 5:01.9 pace with 3 laps, and Ian with a 21-lap 5:06.6 pace with 2 laps. First, third, fourth.
Rich don't know where you want to go, Eric.
Second, sixth, fourth, fourth, eighth, second, seventh, second, third, sixth, seventh, fourth, eighth.
All right, let's see who's leading this one around. Craig Neat. That changed.
Fifth. First. After 1 minute 30 seconds.
Eric, we gotta lower
the
that
top
right
drivers
height,
are Jimmy
you'll be
with a
better
21
off.
lap 5:09.8 pace with 6 laps, Ian with a 20 lap
Oh, man.
5:01.5 pace with 5 laps, and Rich Deck with a 20
Next
lap
lap, bring it right here,
5:03.4
Eric.
pace with 5 laps. Second. Sixth. Third. Sixth. Fourth. Eighth. First. Second. Seventh. Fifth. Third. Sixth. Fourth. Eighth. First. Second. Fifth. Fifth. Sixth. Fourth. Third. Eighth. First. First. Fifth. After 2 minutes 15 seconds, the top drivers are Ian with a 21 lap 5:04.9 pace with 9 laps, Jimmy with a 21 lap 5:04.9 pace with 9 laps, and Craig Neat with a 21 lap 5:14.5 pace with 8 laps. Fifth. Sixth. Fourth. First. Second. Fifth. Fifth. Third. Fourth. First. Second. Seventh. Eighth. Fifth.
Better?
Sixth. Fourth.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
First. Second. Seventh. 2 minutes left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Ian with a
now
21
you're
lap
way better.
5:01.5 pace with
Hey.
with a 21 lap 5:05.6 pace with 12 laps, and Craig Neat with a 20 lap 5:04.7 pace with 11 laps. Eighth. Fifth. Third. Sixth. Second. Fourth. Second. Seventh. Fifth. Sixth. Eighth. Second. Fourth. First. Seventh.
you're so lucky I was in the middle of the track, Rich.
Sixth. Eighth. Fifth. Second. Third. Second. Seventh. Fourth. After 3 minutes 46 seconds, the top drivers are Jimmy with a 21 lap 5:06.2 pace with 15 laps, Ian with a 21 lap 5:08.1 pace with 15 laps, and 20 lap 5:03.4 pace with 14 laps. Fifth. Third.
Rich had a little oopsie.
First. Sixth. Eighth.
All right, 50
Second.
seconds remaining. It's Jimmy,
Fourth.
Ian, Craig, El Dente, Rich, Jesse, Spaghetti, and
First.
Eric.
Third. Sixth. Eighth. Second. Fourth. Seventh. Fifth. Third. Second. Eighth. First. Sixth. Fourth. After 4 minutes 30, the top drivers are Ian with a 21 lap 5:06.2 pace with 18 laps, Jimmy
Watch the end
with a
straight, go
21
inside.
lap 5:06.7 pace with 18 laps, and Craig Neat with a 20 lap 5:0 flat pace with 17 laps. 7th. 5th.
Watch the
third,
far side end of the
first,
straightaway.
8, 6, second, fourth, seventh, third, first, fifth, 8, second, fourth, seventh, sixth, fifth bridge deck done with the 19
Jimmy, you're
lap
doing it to yourself.
504.2 result.
Yeah,
Second
I
Ian
watched
done
it.
with the 21 lap 510.3 result. 8th Eric Omlin done with the 17 lap 502.2
You're done
result.
anyway.
3rd Jimmy done with the 21 lap 513.7 result. 4th El Dente done with the 20 lap
Everybody's finished.
505.7
Bring it in.
result. 7th Jesse Bean
Jimmy.
lap 513.8 result. 6th Spaghetti done with the 19 lap 509 flat result. All drivers are finished. 4th Craig Neat done with the 20 lap 514.2 result. The race is completed.
got these guys scrambling, Dustin.
Scrambling.
Turns out none of us know how to set up an RC car. We don't know how to adjust the car.
What?
5 minutes after you hang him up. slash Junior A main. Everybody's checked in. Marshall's in position. Driver is ready. On the tune, all participants are going to go at the same time. Driver is ready.
First. Second. Third. Fourth. First. After 45 seconds, the top drivers are Alexander Pasmar, with a 15-lap 5:13.1 pace with 2 laps, Nate Farber, with a 13-lap 5:20.9 pace with 1 lap, and Dosboot, with a 12-lap 5:24.9 pace with 1 lap. Second. Third. Fourth. First. Second. Third. Fourth. First. After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Alexander Pasmar, with a 15-lap 5:11.6 pace with 4 laps, Nate Farber, with a 13-lap 5:03.3 pace with 3 laps, and Dosboot, with a 12-lap 5:09 flat pace with 3 laps. second, third, first, fourth, second,
Alex, you're Nate in the number 2
First.
spot.
Third.
Jace in the number 3, and Das Boot.
fourth, second. After 2 minutes 15 seconds, the top drivers are Alexander Pasmar, with a 15-lap 5:16 flat pace with 6 laps, Nate Farber, with a 14-lap 5:15.7 pace with 6 laps, and Jay Sturdy Money Deck, with a 12-lap 5:06.5 pace with 5 laps. First, third, second, fourth, first, second, third. 2 minutes left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Alexander Pasmar, with a 15-lap 5:15.8 pace with 8 laps, Nate Farber, with a 14-lap 5:06.9 pace with 8 laps, and Jay Sturdy Money Deck, with a 12-lap 5:01.5 pace with 7 laps. Fourth, first, third, second, fourth, first,
120 remaining. We got Alex out front.
Second.
Number 2, Dirty Jace in the number 3.
After 3 minutes 46 seconds, the top drivers are Alexander Pasmar, with a 15-lap 5:18 flat pace with 10 laps, Nate Farber, with a 14-lap 5:07 flat pace with 10 laps, and Jay Sturdy Money Deck, with a 13-lap 5:15.7 pace with 9 laps. Fourth, first, second, third, first, fourth, second, third. After 4 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Alexander Pasmar, with a 15-lap 5:18.1 pace with 12 laps, Nate Farber, with a 14-lap 5:09.4 pace with 12 laps, and Jay Sturdy Money Deck, with a 13-lap 5:14.8 pace with 11 laps. First, fourth, second, third, first,
That's the tone. Keep going until you call your name. Keep going until I call your name. 1, 2, and 3. Come over by the bathrooms at the podium so I can get your picture.
second. Nate Farber done
Nate,
with a 14-lap
you are done.
5:08.4 result.
Jace, you're done.
Jay Sturdy Money Deck done with a
Das
13-lap
Boot, you are finished.
5:10.1 result.
You're a winner.
Fourth, Das Boot done with a 12-lap 5:12.7 result. All
Alex is
drivers
done.
are finished. First, Alexander Pasmar done with a 15-lap 5:19.9 result. The race is completed.
Alex and Jace, come down here. position yourselves the best you can in the grid. Marshals, you guys get out on the track. Volunteers are adult volunteer marshals are greatly appreciated. Come on, guys. Let's work together. All right. That's how we want to start it. That's cool with me. I'll hit the button. It all changes on its own.
First.
Put him on the straight.
Second.
So that week time practice together.
Fourth. Fifth.
He forgets how to do it when race day comes.
First. Second. After 45 seconds, the top drivers are Jim Ramsey, with a 16-lap 5:06.1 pace with 2 laps, David Melchior, with a 15-lap 5:09.4 pace with 2 laps, and Eric Omland, with a 11-lap 5:07.3 pace with 1 lap. Third. Fifth. First. Second. Third. Fourth. First. Fifth. Second. Third. Fourth. After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Jim Ramsey, with a 17-lap 5:14.3 pace with 4 laps, David Melchior, with a 16-lap 5:16.4 pace with 4 laps, and Eric Omland, with a 15-lap 5:13.3 pace with 4 laps. First. Fifth. Second. Third. Fourth. First. Fifth. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. After 2 minutes 15 seconds, the top drivers are Jim Ramsey, with a 17-lap 5:11.3 pace with 6 laps, David Melchior, with a 16-lap 5:08 flat pace with 6 laps, and Eric Omland, with a 15-lap 5:01 flat pace with 6 laps. First. Second. Third. Fourth.
Watch the back straight. Inside, inside, inside.
Second.
Inside, stay inside.
Third.
Inside, inside.
Fourth. First. Fifth. 2 minutes left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are David Melchior, with a 16-lap 5:13 flat pace with 9 laps, Jim Ramsey, with a 16-lap 5:12.6 pace with 8 laps, and Jesse Goodyear, with a 15-lap 5:0 flat pace with 8 laps. Second. Third. Fourth. First. Fifth. Third. Fourth. First. Fifth. After 3 minutes 46 seconds, the top drivers are David Melchior, with a 16-lap 5:12.7 pace with 11 laps, Eric Omland, with a 15-lap 5:04.3 pace with 10 laps, and Jim Ramsey, with a 15-lap 5:05.2 pace with 10 laps. 1 minute left. Second. Third. Fourth. First. Fifth. second, third, first, fourth, fifth, second, third, first. After 4 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are David Melchior, with a 16-lap 5:07.1 pace with 14 laps, Jesse Goodyear, with a 15-lap 5:05.4 pace with 13 laps, and Eric Omland, with a 15-lap 5:07.8 pace with 13 laps. Fourth, fifth, second, third, first. Fourth, fifth. Second, Jesse Goodyear done with a 15-lap
Let's see who got
5:01.1
it.
result.
David and Jesse going to the A.
First, David Melchior done with a 16-lap 5:05.5 result. Third, Eric Omland done with a 15-lap 5:06.7 result. Fourth, Craig Neat done with a 15-lap 5:15.6 result. All drivers are finished.
Get him charged up.
Fifth, Jim Ramsey done with a 15-lap
Hey, Nate, you
5:21
guys
flat
are up
result.
next.
The race is completed.
All right, whoever's in the pit, I could use you on the track, please. We got a couple more, one more race, and then we're all going home.
That's why I want an over 40 puppy. That's exactly why. Jimmy, if you were buying the parts, that'd be something different. You're not. Nobody.
Good job, Jimmy.
All right. Jimmy thinks he's funny. Now he's going to start in the back. Can't pay for the parts. You got to pay somehow.
I already have 20 parts and I've never used a single one of them.
All right, Jesse and Jimmy are going to trade spots. Back her up. Yep. You can work from the number 5 spot.
That's why I want an over 40 class. Jimmy, that's a $1,200 piece of equipment you're running into, idiot. Once again, he's not paying for his own parts.
Jimmy.
Is he? Come on, man.
All right. Line them up, guys. Come on. That's how you want to start? Oh, man. All right. On the 2.
First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. First, after 45 seconds, the top drivers are Rich Deck,
What are you doing on the way in the
25 lap
inside?
6 13.3 pace with 3 laps, El Dente, with a 23 lap 6 14.7 pace with 2 laps, and Eric Omlin, with a 22 lap 6 01.7 pace with 2 laps. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth.
El Dente and Goodyear battling for the
Second.
lead.
Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth.
Jesse must have played football.
After 1 minute 31 seconds, the top drivers are El Dente, with a 23 lap 6 0.2 pace with 5 laps, Jesse Goodyear, with a 23 lap 6 0.8 pace with 5 laps, and Jimmy, with a 22 lap 6 0.5 pace with 5 laps. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. First, second,
There's the battle for the lead. Jesse going to go on the inside. Jimmy push wide.
fifth, sixth,
Jesse
7.
holding his line. Got
After 2
Jimmy on
minutes
his
16
tail.
seconds,
Your
the
leader
top
coming
drivers
up
are
on
Jimmy
you. Red, white,
with
blue,
a
white
24 lap
wheels.
6 13.2 pace with 8 laps.
Orange car's got
Jesse
the leader
Goodyear
on your tail.
with a 24 lap 6
Leader's on his
13.5
lid,
pace with
Jim.
8 laps, and Rich Deck with a 23 lap 601.5 pace with 8 laps. First,
Got a little bit of a lead change now.
second, third,
It's Jimmy, Rich Deck, Jesse.
5th, 6th, 7th. First, second,
Now we got another lead change.
third, fourth,
Rich Deck gonna take her around
Six.
for a lap. Orange car, you got leaders coming up on you again. Number 2
Second.
car's right behind you, orange car.
third, fourth, fifth. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top
Number
drivers are
2's
Rich
behind
Deck
you again,
with a
orange
24
car.
lap
When
6
he comes up on
10.2
you, let
pace
him
with
by.
Jesse Goodyear with a 24 lap
Jesse's
6
stuck in the
15
wall.
flat pace with 11 laps, and Jimmy with a 23 lap 601.5 pace with 11 laps. 6th, first, 7th, second,
Rich
Third.
Deck, your leader, orange and
Fourth.
white.
5th, 8th,
Jimmy gonna take
Six.
the lead now.
7th, first, second, third, fourth, 5th, 8th, 6th, first, 7th, second, third, fourth, 5th, 8th. After 3 minutes 46 seconds, the top drivers are Jimmy with a 24 lap 606.4 pace with 14 laps, Rich Deck with a 24 lap 609.6 pace with 14 laps, and Jesse Goodyear with a 24
All right,
lap
1 and 2 right next to
613.5
each
pace
other.
with
Jesse
14
gonna
laps.
pass you.
6th, first, 7th, second, third, fourth, 5th, 8th, 6th, first, second, third, fourth,
Jesse
7th,
Goodyear and Ian going for it. Ian
Fifth.
trying to catch Jesse for the
Sixth.
lead.
first,
Jesse Goodyear,
Second.
Ian, Rich Deck,
Third.
El Dente coming down the
Fourth.
straightaway as I speak.
7th, 5th.
Jesse coming inside the
After
inner
4 minutes
lollipop,
32
coming
seconds,
down the
the
straightaway.
top
Now
drivers
Ian
are
hot
Jesse
on his
Goodyear
tail. Jesse
with a
hits the wall.
24
He's
lap
going left, right,
608.7
center.
pace with 17 laps,
Trying to then tap
with a 24
Ian, give him
lap
a little
6
tap
10.2
showing that
pace
he's
with
there.
17 laps, and Rich Deck with a 24 lap 6
Ian gonna
13
cut the
flat
pipe
pace with
too
17
short, roll
laps.
it over. Jesse's gonna get the
Sixth.
lead again.
Eighth.
1:10 remaining.
First, second, third, fourth, 5th, 7th, 6th, 8th, first, second,
Your leader,
1
red,
minute
white,
left,
blue,
third,
red wheel, white wheels.
5th, 7th, 8th, first, second,
50 seconds remaining.
6th, 4th, 5th, 7th. After 5 minutes
45.
17 seconds, the top drivers are Jesse Goodyear
Leaders
with a
coming up on
24
you,
lap
Greg.
605.6 pace with 20 laps, Ian with a 24 lap 607 flat pace with 20 laps, and Rich Deck
Rich gonna get
with a
around
24
Ian.
lap
That's for the number
608.1
2
pace with
spot.
20 laps. 8th, first, second,
Now we got Jesse, Rich, and Ian.
6th,
20 seconds left.
7th,
One wreck. Lead can change in one
First.
smack.
second, third, 6th,
Rich
Fourth.
emptying the clip. 10 seconds left to go. And Rich is trying to close in the deal.
first,
And he pressures him.
third, 6th, 4th. 5th Jimmy Dunn with a 23 lap 6.
In the last
0.1
lap,
result.
Rich gonna take it.
7th Craig Neat Dunn with a
Rich,
22 lap
Ian,
6.
Jesse,
2.6
Goodyear, you're
result.
1, 2, and
First
3.
Rich Deck done with a 24 lap 603.1
Nice game.
result. 8th Spaghetti done with a 22 lap 603.6 result. Second Ian done with a 24 lap 603.9 result. Third Jesse Goodyear done with a 24 lap 605.1 result. 6th Eric Omlin done with a 23
you
lap
did the same thing
608.6 result. All drivers are finished. 4th El Dente done with a 24 lap 610.4 result.
All right, guys, thanks for coming out tonight. You want to back up?
The race is completed.
Who said we was running that? Up front. All right. You guys good? Dimitri got it. All right, I'm just going to turn his transponder off. It don't matter where he starts now. All right, guys, on the tone. On the tone, guys. Solved that, didn't we? See how fast we fixed that?
First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. First, second, third, fourth. After 45 seconds, the top drivers are Jesse Goodyear, with a 22-lap 7:08.4 pace with 2 laps, David Melchior, with a 21-lap 7:0.4 pace with 2 laps, and Rich Deck, with a 20-lap 7:03.4 pace with 2 laps. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th.
All right, we got Jesse Goodyear out front, David, Rich, Ian, St. Cameron,
Second.
Klein.
3rd, 4th,
Picking up in the back of the pack.
7th, 8th. After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Jesse Goodyear, with a 22-lap 7:01.9 pace with 4 laps, David Melchior, with a 22-lap 7:14.4 pace with 4 laps, and Rich Deck, with a 22-lap 7:19 flat pace with 4 laps. First, second, third,
Everybody's pretty much on the same lap.
5th, 6th, 7th, 8th,
David trying to go past Jesse for the lead.
3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th,
Jesse working him on the inside. David going to close the door.
7th,
Fox is trying to check out.
8th, first, second, third. After 2 minutes 15 seconds, the top drivers are David Melchior, with a 23-lap 7:13.8 pace with 7 laps, Jesse Goodyear, with a 23-lap 7:17.4 pace with 7 laps, and Rich Deck,
Those
with
are
a
the leaders.
22-lap
Thank you.
7:0.6 pace with 7 laps. 4th,
Oh,
5th, 6th, 7th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 8th, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. After 3 minutes, the top drivers are David Melchior, with a 23-lap 7:09.8 pace with 9 laps, Jesse Goodyear, with a 23 lap 7:16.1 pace with 9 laps, and Ian, with a 23 lap 7:17.2 pace with 9 laps. 6. First. Second. Third.
All right, Davis, Rich,
Fifth.
Jesse, Spaghetti, Al
7th.
Dente.
6th. First.
Jesse went for the hot lap. Oh, yeah.
Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. First. After 3 minutes 45 seconds, the top
There's
drivers are
already
David
16
Melchior
scales.
with a 23 lap 7:10.4 pace with 12 laps, Ian, with a 22 lap 7:07.1 pace with 11 laps, and Chris Orlando, with a 22 lap 7:09.7 pace with 11 laps. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. First. Seventh. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. First. Second. Third. After 4 minutes 31
Jesse,
seconds,
come on now.
the top drivers are David Melchior, with a 23 lap 7:09.5 pace with 14 laps, Ian, with a
2:20
23 lap
left to
7
go.
14 laps,
A
and
slash
Chris
start
Orlando,
breakdancing, but
with a
Josh made
22
it
lap
happen.
7:01.9 pace with 14 laps. Fourth.
And did it again.
Sixth. Seventh. Fifth. First. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. First. 2 minutes left. Sixth. Second. Third. Seventh. Fourth. Fifth. After 5 minutes 16 seconds, the top drivers are David Melchior, with a 23 lap 7:08.3 pace with 16 laps, Chris Orlando, with a 23 lap 7:16.2 pace with 16 laps, and Ian,
Was that
with
smart,
a 22
Josh?
lap 7:01.9 laps. First.
Oh, man.
Second.
There's kids.
Third. Fourth. Fifth. First. Second. Third.
Leading by example.
Sixth. Seventh. Fourth. Fifth.
Jesse put that
One
stuff
minute
Tom
left.
Brady put on the
Second.
football on the front
After
tires,
6 minutes
Josh.
1 second, the top drivers are Chris Orlando, with a 23 lap
That's that Tom
7:15.8
Brady
pace
goo
with
that
19
Jesse got
laps,
on them front
Ian,
wheels.
with a 23 lap 7:16.2 pace with 19 laps, and David Melchior, with a 23 lap 7:07 flat pace with 18 laps. Third. Fourth. Fifth.
30 seconds remaining of this. Ian
First.
in the lead. Chris,
Second.
David, Rich, Spaghetti, Jesse, Al Dente.
Sixth. Fifth. Seventh. Eighth. First. Second. Third. Fourth.
Rich, what's going on up here?
After 6 minutes 46 seconds, the top drivers are Ian, with a 23 lap 7:13 flat pace with 21 laps, Chris Orlando, with a 23 lap 7:16.3 pace with 21 laps, and Rich Deck, with a 23 lap 7:18.7 pace with 21 laps. 6th, 7th, 8th, first,
Now it's a race
second,
back to the line.
third Rich Deck
Is it
done
gonna
with
be
a
Ian or is it
22 lap
gonna be
7:00
Chris?
flat result. Fourth Spaghetti done with a 22 lap 7:03 flat result.
It's going to be
Eighth
Ian.
Jimmy done with a 11 lap 7:09.9. First Ian done
Whoever
with a
wants to
23
pick up
lap
their body
7:14.1
washers and 19
result.
body clips on the track.
Second Chris Orlando done with a 23 lap 7:15.1
That's not what this
result.
is for.
Sixth Jesse
Pull it
Goodyear
in the
done
pit.
with an 18 lap 7:20.1 result. Seventh
Josh.
Dente done with an 18 lap 7:20.4
Not what this is
result.
for.
All drivers are finished. Fifth David
For
Melchior
racing.
done with a 22
That shit
lap
can be done in the parking lot.
7:23.7 result. The race is completed.